Hi guys, so today we continue with the next part of my walk, and it's gonna be finishing with some crazy evidence that you're gonna see. So we continue from the Goggles Boulevard and head straight to the temple of Savior the Christ Savior, and this is actually my path. If you want to pause it and you just see how I walked. So we go straight to the temple, and it was a sunny day as you can see. So this is the temple. It was rebuilt, probably you can look up in Wikipedia about it, but it's just a very famous building. Probably I'll make a video about this temple, what it was before. It's really pretty. It was rebuilt, and just before it was built, all this area was a huge swimming pool, open swimming pool. So this street is called Volkhonka. It's pretty ancient, and it's included in the Moscow Golden Mile. Why is it so significant? You can see right on this building. Yes, I'm kidding. It's significant because of the temple, of course, but still it has plenty of museums which are very popular with the tourists, like this one. And I walked closely and saw that the inside of this fence is filled with mud right to the line of what people heads. As you can see, it has a huge fence, and it covers the mud inside. And also we can see the stairs up. So I decided to walk around this one, and in fact all these artifacts are always close to museums, you know. So the front door is also looking very huge. So this is type of an antique style. On the side we saw plenty of we can see plenty of windows of the bird's first floor. On the other side we also see another part of this museum. It's a huge museum. It has plenty of buildings. They all close. So if you look below, this fence is also filled with the level at least 3 or 4 feet. So probably it was not excavated inside and excavated outside just to clear the view for the windows. And if you look at this huge arc, in fact what I just said was a sensation, because as what they say, they fought with crap on the streets, and that's why they built it, all this stuff. So how could they excavate it inside? What was the purpose of it? Okay, no purpose. So probably you're lying, right? And after I went to this Maloznamensky side street to walk around the museum and see if there's any windows on the outside of it, and of course there were. So the huge building, the whole block building, is also with these windows all around, and this is a way to cover them, because there's no purpose to, you know, excavate something and not excavate something, but maybe even dig more ground there. I don't know why. This church also has the windows to ground, and they all below the street level. And as you can see, it has fence, so probably no crap could, you know, flow to the streets, from the streets to these windows. and this one is also below the street level, way below the street level. So this doesn't probably make sense, because if this was true, the crap would flow right into the yard of this building that was just below the street level. So plenty of windows, and wherever you will look, right, left, you see those windows below the street level, way below the street level, just like this. So crap would flow right into those windows. So why did they build them? You know, to fight with crap in the windows, not on the ground. Okay, this is stupid. Really stupid explanation. Scientists, think of something more, you know, logic friendly. Look at this building on the left. So it's a way to build a building like this on a hill. That's what somebody said in the comments. This is the way to build a building on a hill. Okay, let's go down and see what's going on there. This is Borovitska Square. It's close to Kremlin. So, if that was a hill, that was not the way to build building on a hill, according to your comment. So they're supposed to, you know, eat the hill, but they didn't. Hill is still here. So probably they excavated inside the hill. So if they could excavate inside the hill, why didn't they, you know, level up the ground to the street? Huh? So a couple of more hours of work and the problem would be solved. No, they didn't do this job, because it was excavation of the mud flood, not excavation of the building, of the construction. Just like this, we also see plenty of levels. If it was so easy to level up all the street, why couldn't they level up the bridge to these buildings? No, they did not, and they left down there. This is the way to cover up the mud flood, because this level, this shows the level of the flood actually. But the river could be flushed away with the water, with many floods, which I also be showing you pictures in this video a little bit later. Okay, so this is actually the level of possible excavation, and due to the floods of the Moscow River, all this mud was flushed away here, and we don't see it right now. And if we go to the right or to the left, we'll see the unexcavated areas, like Kremlin, which is filled with mud inside. And this is not just a hill. I hope I go to Kremlin soon and show you those buildings underneath. So this is just a bunch of good views, and we go straight to this power station of ancient times. Look at it. We can see it through the arc of one of the buildings. So we walk around through the Bolotnaya Nabережная, because that was a private town, not town, but block. You can enter it without the key. I might walk around on the other street of this embankment pretty much soon, if I have some time. So we go straight to the Patriarch bridge, which goes directly to the Temple of Christ the Savior. So we kind of walked around with the U-turn, something like this, but upside down. And look what we see under the Patriarch bridge. We see some buried building under the bridge, right? Why couldn't they just break it during the construction of the bridge? And I've seen a video about this building, and it shows like 2 or 3 floors there, and we can see only one. So I probably tell you why didn't they break it, because it's really hard to break such a building, because it's like very thick in the walls, and you know, communists couldn't, you know, destroy the churches of the pre-flood era, and what they did, just blew the churches with the dynamite. That's the only thing they could do. So you can't just break it, and possibly you cannot just use dynamite here because it's a center of a city, so it's kind of illegal, right? So they just left it under the bridge for, you know, for somebody to do something, just like always we do in Russia. And if you look through this black window, you see the entrance to the lower levels there. I'll probably do this, maybe a specific something about it in a documentary, but for now we just go up on the Patriarch bridge to look around and show you the level of excavation there. So this is that power station, ancient power station here. I think it gets reconstructed to some. This is the way it looks on the pictures during the flood. Just imagine the level of water there. It's 1910s. This is the way it looks from the bridge during regular time. It's quite a huge building, right? We don't see the spire anymore, but when it accidentally got burned or something, it probably was reconstructed, and this is actually the time they opened it, but no pictures of construction available. Although we see many pictures of inside and all these engines, we see no pictures of the construction. We see only fire and destruction. And this is the inside of it after reconstruction in Soviet times. You see, it looks, the left one is it, and it looks pretty much like this one building is a station. And we see these fancy light bulbs there, although right now they were like this in Soviet times. So as you can see, this is a very old building, but if we zoom in, we can see that it was buried before it started to be that power station. Let me zoom in for you guys. Although we see it's already excavated, and the level of excavation is clearly seen by the end of the windows, the upper windows. And if you see this dude in the green or yellow shirt there, and here again, more arches that are buried. So the building close to it also has a buried first floor. Look here. So we kind of finish in this walk and looking around on this Patriarch bridge, catching some views. So tell me what you think in the comment about this power station. Why does it have buried windows like 5 meters below the street level, right? Why all these churches here on this island also buried? Think about it. And I hope you watch Rosette's chat today, where we fired up with Martin Luther and Rosette. I'll leave you a link after this video and here right now in under description. Okay. So see you later. Next one coming.